Hey there, welcome back. So originally I had planned to do one of these videos for every week that I was pregnant, but time is just flying by and I feel like so much has happened now. So I am officially done with week 10. So I wanted to talk about what happened week 9 and week 10. So much has gone, so much change. So I just want to talk about what happened. So first of all, I left off in hiking up to Machu Picchu, and it was a great experience that now I see it as I'm so glad that I did it. We could say that I did it. If I would have gone back, I would not do it pregnant. Um, but the rest of Peru, I could actually tell you that I feel like all my symptoms were just so much more amplified, like the pressure that I had on my belly and the sickness, the nausea. When I returned back on the plane and I landed back in the US, I felt like my morning sickness was completely gone. And maybe it was the change of altitudes, climates, who knows, but all I could say is I landed back home and that's it. That was over with all the nauseousness or the evening sickness that I was getting. It was gone and I'm so glad. So I guess I had the nauseousness between week 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 4 weeks of just feeling yucky most of the time in the evening. So I'm glad to be back home. And when I returned back home, um, on the first day back, my doctor had to change my appointment. So I was gonna take off during the middle of the day, which seemed a little bit weird. I did not had planned to tell my boss yet, but since I was gonna be gone for a few hours in the middle of the day, I decided that it was time to tell my boss. So on my first day back after Peru, I sat down with my boss. I closed the door. I told him I needed to speak with him. Yeah, and I told him that I was expecting. He was actually very happy because he actually thought I was quitting. So, yeah, he's been super supportive and he asked me, what was my plan? Like, did I plan on taking time off? Did I want to stay home with a baby? So we talked about that and order our future options. So I just wanted to make sure, first of all, that I can get my full 3 months off with no work. So by the time the baby would be born, I would have my maternity leave, which is great. So after that, people at work found out, and I wanted to go to my doctor's appointment first because my doctor's appointment was two days after I returned from Peru. And I wanted to make sure baby was okay. I mean, I did a lot of crazy stuff while I was in Peru. Sandboarding, ATV riding, hiking up to Machu Picchu has been the hardest thing I've ever done. So I wanted to make sure baby was okay before I announced it. So we were at 10 weeks, a couple of days, I guess you could say. And we went to the doctor. And I'm gonna insert the video here because even if I showed you a picture of the ultrasound, it just doesn't give it justice because we did a vaginal ultrasound. So I'm so used to seeing a baby like from the side, you would see like the side of the face and the body. But because you're coming in from the bottom, you actually get kind of like a frontal of the baby. So I was a little confused about what I saw, but then all of a sudden it started to move and I could see it clearly, like the hands moving, the legs moving, and the way it squirmed. I think I may have a dancing baby. I was just so in shock. Daniel was tearing up and I think I was just like in awe. My doctor was there. You'll hear her in the video. Like she's super excited throughout the whole process. But I was just like, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing and how much movement they have at such a little age.
Baby, how you feeling?
Feeling good. This is our second doctor's appointment. So baby's tomorrow is 10 weeks. So let's see how big he or she has grown and hopefully everything's okay.
You keep on saying he and he
I
before
said he
she.
or she.
I know, but you keep say he before she.
I don't
And-
know. Maybe I think it's a boy.
balloon.
Yeah.
So we know you're less than 11 weeks even, because that's what nourishes the baby until placenta completely forms. And there, that's the head, little arms, and the body, little legs. Look at that. Hello. And there's our heart. Sweet. Hi there. So we're going to do a crown rump length measurement.
Okay.
So from the top of the head. Oh, little
Yeah.
elephant. Hi. Are you waving? So we do a crown rump length measurement.
You look snug in there.
Oh no, and the dark area is fluid.
Ah.
As the uterus grows and the placenta forms, it forms fluid around the baby, the amniotic fluid. And there's our nice heartbeat.
Yeah, I see it.
Really cool. Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
oh, doing the salsa.
Look at that. It's a dancer like mama.
That's awesome. Look at those little arms.
Oh,
Let's
wow.
go. Oh, you're gonna show. You are gonna show. Oh, that's sweet. Oh my gosh,
Wow.
you're so sweet.
That was a
Hi. Oh my goodness, that was awesome. That was awesome.
So after I had the clear from the doctor, Daniel and I had taken some pictures in Peru. So we posted that one on Instagram. So if you don't follow me, Pris Fitventure, pretty much Priscilla's Fitness Adventure, Pris Fitventure on Instagram. That's where I announced it. And the responses has been overwhelming. So it's been very, very, very good. And we're super, super happy about what's to come and everything that's going on. It was also my birthday when I was in Peru. So I was in Machu Picchu for my birthday. And when I came back, I had a few celebratory for my birthday, which was nice. And instead of getting like gifts for me, I was getting maternity clothes and items for the baby already, which is good because I need all of that stuff. I haven't really started thinking about maternity clothes. So after that, I started going online and I really noticed that I started feeling a lot of pressure on my tummy. So it's not like my pants don't fit. It's just I don't want any sort of elastic button zipper just squishing me. Like I'm so sensitive that I just want just like total clearance. I don't want anything to touch me. So as of right now, my exercising has decreased. Not because I don't have the strength, because I do. And honestly, I've been telling friends that I feel like my whole body is different. So I sleep differently because I'm waking up 4 to 5 times in the night to pee, which is not my usual. So I'm not sleeping right. My eating patterns are different. I used to eat a lot of salads and I don't want any salads, to be honest. I do want fruits. Fruits are just like divine to me. Carbs, rice, chips, anything, bread that I wasn't eating, beans, all that stuff is something that I really want. Anything with cheese and pickles, of course. But I like pickles from before. I just eat them in big quantities now. So yeah, back to the fitness. So some days that I don't feel sick, I don't feel tired. That's the thing. Some days I feel very, very tired. So days that I feel good, I've been going to the gym, and it's the one place where I feel good. I feel like myself, and I know I'm not pushing myself. I'm watching in what I do. So the other day I did kind of like a scissor jump, and I did one, and I was like, that didn't feel, comfortable, let's say. It didn't hurt or anything. It's just like, and I was like, you know what? My body's telling me not to do it. So, stuff like that. And then I'm picking up less weight. So I know I can do more, but just taking it a little bit easier. Still doing kind of like the same workouts that I am. And on Thursdays, I am teaching Zumba. And that's going good. So usually from what I see is that I'm going to the gym one day, and then the next day I'm usually sleeping. So I get home and it's just it's kind of like a sensation that just overtakes you, and I just hit the sofa and I'm just thinking, oh, I'm gonna take a half an hour, nap. And no, it's not a half an hour nap. It turns out to be like a 2-hour nap, and then I feel a whole lot better. So I've been kind of like exercising one day, sleeping another day, exercising one day, sleeping, but I'm just listening to my body and going with the flow. As for now, sleeping, I am a belly sleeper, so I like to sleep with my chest and belly down on the bed. And now that my belly is getting bigger and I feel the pressure, most of all, I'm just very, very sensitive. If I do happen to turn over in the middle of the night, I wake up and I feel like there's been like a book sitting on my belly, like, oh, the pressure. So I was like, what can I do for me not to, turn over or to begin to sleep on my side, because I'm not really a back sleeper, but a side sleeper I could possibly do. So I ended up getting a Boppy pillow. So let me show you how it works. Okay, so this is my Boppy pillow. It's called B-O-B-B-Y, so like a Bobby, or is it Boppy? I'm not sure. I'll write it down below. It's either B-O-P-P-Y or Boppy. I guess B-O-P-P-Y. But pregnancy pillow, B-O-P-P-Y. So it's not as big as a typical pregnancy pillow. It kind of looks like a big comma, pretty much. So what you do is one side is a lot thinner and smaller, and then one side is thicker and fluffier. So you take the thinner side and it goes in between your legs. So you kind of sleep with it like this, and it prevents you from turning over. It's been good. Daniel hates the pillow, but there's nothing I can do about it. Right now I gotta take care of myself, and until I get used to not sleeping with it, and I can start sleeping on my side normally. But right now it's not my regular. So anytime I do forget to put it in the bed and bring it with me, I do turn over, and then I was like, oh wait, I need to get my pillow. I get my pillow and I feel so much better. So to end week 10, I did do a race. It is an obstacle course race that I did. I've been doing them for a bit of a while now, maybe like a year and a half, and training for it even longer, where I was specifically going to a particular gym where I was training to do obstacles. Obstacles mean as in climbing 8-foot walls, climbing ropes, carrying very heavy stuff. So usually these races are about 3, 8, 14 miles. So I have, even while pregnant, well, let's say before being pregnant, I had signed up for 3. So I have one, 2 in April and 1 in May. And I was gonna see how I felt, and depending on how I felt, of course, and with the approval of my doctor. So like I said in my last video, my doctor gave me the approval to continue doing anything that I was doing, that I'm completely healthy, I'm good, no cramps, no pains, I've had no uncomfortableness. So as long as I feel good, I'll continue doing. So I did, and I went and I did my race, but it felt good. I did really good. I skipped the ones that I knew were going to either touch my belly or that I knew that I could slip and fall from. So there were in total about 22 obstacles, and I ended up doing 17 out of 22. Without the pregnancy, I would have done all of them, but with the pregnancy, you have to take your risks. So yeah, I did 17 out of them, and it was a very good race. I'm gonna put some pictures here. So next time, 11 weeks. It's a big week. A lot of stuff coming, a lot of changes. And my belly, right? It's gonna start growing. So until next time, bye. Good morning here at the Goliath race. Don't worry, I am running, but I'm only gonna do stuff that I feel comfortable with. This is not new to me, so I'm just here to have fun.